There's often a vein at the end here. That's a good way of tripping you up, having a vein that isn't immediately accessible right next to one of the platforms. Unfortunately, the swirling mass down there suffers from this blockiness quite badly, but that's the worst of it. I'm not sure which brother was speaking to us, but he said that we were trading in a treasure, which I presume is the Lympha. But again, the Nerva is far more useful to us. It's all a matter of perception here. I'm not sure whether they idolize its purity or whether it has different advantages for them. A completely different effect. If they can use Lympha like I can use Nerva, there's often a deposit around here somewhere. This is the safe way to get down to the third lower level. Nothing there this time. I don't have much colour. I don't want to use the azure, so I'll just pick the safer options like emerald and gold. I want to save the emerald though, don't I? Maybe scrap that. I've mentioned before, I think only once, how the chambers tie into each other. I only mentioned the sights and sounds, but here they look like hands reaching out from the wall across the floor. Well, it's actually water. Anyway, you probably can't see it well in the video. But you should also notice that the girders I'm standing on are very similar to the ones that were attached to the walls of the Hump Mine. They're clearly supposed to be two halves of the same chamber, although they exist in different states. In the Hump Mine there were no protruding parts on this girder. One of them had fallen and landed at a slant against a rock. Not doing too well here. So it seems that the two chambers exist at slightly different times. The one attached to Ima's is slightly newer, and the mine in Una's realm is in a state of some disrepair. I don't know if this relates to an opposing fresh and archaic approach between the sisters. Perhaps the brothers though. Una's brother is Patriarch, the elderly one, and Ima's escapes me for the time being, but it has to be younger than him. It could indicate a division between the entire right and left hemisphere of the Void. There are quite a few differences. See if you can infer as much as you can, and I'll have a go at pointing them out in a later video. I am still missing several veins, but I wandered here enough, so I'm going to leave for now. I'll come back and just show you quick snippets. I just need to re-enter to get back up to the top, and I have to show you the start because, of course, there'll be yet another harsh, unsolicited intrusion into our conscious mind. While I would have passed over some deposits in earlier mines, this is the largest one with the biggest deposits. I really can't afford it right now. I can't spurn the rewards of patience.
You are guilty of growing Nerva, though you know well it is forbidden. You waste Lympha to give and create. Don't deny it. Just who do you think you are, young one? Without knowing the sacrament of creating, you're taking on a dangerous and suicidal burden.
So the brothers can see the benefits of creation, though they can't understand it because it would just lead to self-sacrifice. I'm not too worried about disobeying them, so now I'm almost positive that this is the right track. And this is a tiny deposit on a dead-end peninsula of metal. Deciding what to use is really hard now, but silver's always safe. This scene blends almost seamlessly in with the rock it glows upon. This isn't the most exciting chamber, but I do like this mine. For instance, the entire place is a big ring, and you can climb up to the top and walk all the way around the outside. Some of the jagged bits of rock sticking out the top are also solid, so you can jump on and hurl yourself off into the abyss. And that's what I've ended up with. A good number of veins. I'm going to exit and come back in so that I can pick them up, and you can hear one last bit of colourful input. As for where I'm going after this, well, it's fairly up in the air. I know I'm going to Ima, because I've got all our colours here in this mine. I'm not sure how much Citadeth's realm is attracting me. Probably not too much. I don't have any need for Crimson right now. I suppose I should make my way over to Yanni. That's the next best thing. I have two ways of getting to her, and only one has something along the way. Only two? Cheapskate. I don't know if this is a serious change, or if it's just a one-off. There's some near Yanni, all the more reason to head over there. Assuming someone doesn't get there first, which combined with the sense of security and the feeling of being outwitted is more than possible.
This is Emerald. The chain of limits or voids has a final link at the bottom. It's the nightmare. The world of absolute death. Nobody knows how far the chain rises above, but there is a bottom. Our void is right above the nightmare, which is why it's best to get out of here. Because this void is coming to its end. Soon, it will be part of the nightmare. Remember, souls can't stay in one place. They can only move up or down.
So if it's a chain, then why can one chain envelop the other? Why are we descending into the nightmare? And if we are one step away from it, how come this could be referred to as a heaven? Emerald said that souls must move up or down. The void is a sleeper. The sleeper is a man. And a man must have a soul. Therefore, it's the void itself that will move up or down into the nightmare. Each of these limits is like a placeholder, like a series of links in a chain. You can attach a void to a link, and then you can move it up or down. But the chain itself stays constant. When the void dies, the vast majority of it will sink down into the nightmare, but one little part will shoot up and latch onto the next link. Well, so long as I do my job properly. And I'm on my way to doing that. Ema is a lucky girl. Look at all that emerald. Next time I'll visit her and open her second heart. And there's one more person who I've yet to open one heart on. Go on then. Next time, I'm going to visit Ole.